part 82 of Don't Say Schwarzenegger. In this part, I'm going to go over what the jury rewarded us on top of the civil damages. Okay, let me just get the numbers out of the way. For punitive damages, meant to punish the defendants so that they don't ever do this again to someone else, Alberto had to pay me on top of civil, remember, which was about 20 million-ish I won. Alberto Driz had to pay me $4.83 million. Sean Driz had to pay me $2.3 million. Maurice Driz had to pay me $5.8 million. And William Jolson owes me $1.4 million. Punitive damages awarded to me was in total $14,330,000. Sorry. For my brother, the total in punitive damages from all four defendants totaled $20,250,000. And for the third plaintiff, Jeremy Findell, the entire punitive damages from all four defendants totaled $6.8 million. So, totaling all that up, civil and punitive, I'm owed, at that point, about just under $35 million from all four defendants. My brother was owed in total just over $38 million. And Jeremy Findell was owed in total just under $9 million. Now, every single year that goes unpaid, the law is 10% is added to the number. And at this point, the four defendants now owe the three of us a total of around $106 million. Not 1 cent has been paid, yet they're all still living a luxury lifestyle. Now, we got the numbers out of the way, and I want to go back to being in the courtroom while these numbers were being read to us, the final moments of this entire 3-week trial, the final moments of this 6 years of battling to get to this moment. And I want to focus on the incredible jurors and the incredible judge and how it all went down in those moments. The jury was also unanimous on the punitive damages, which I love, that doesn't happen a lot. And once this was all done, the judge then turned to the jury and all of us, and she was like, okay, this is over. Now, everybody, you can talk about this with your friends and your family. You can talk about this on social media, whatever you want to do. And by the way, while she was saying all this to them, and we're all wearing masks like mandatory, sitting in the courtroom like 100 feet away from them, we're all sobbing. And I didn't know what was going to happen next. I thought they were just going to usher the jurors out the back door like they always do into the jury's whatever area. And I just wanted to hug all of them. I wanted to say, thank you. And so I remember I was looking up at them and I was like, and I couldn't yell in the courtroom, so I just started going like this and pointing at them and going like this, thank you, thank you, thank you. And at that point, the judge was like, okay, also, she goes, I would like to invite anyone who wants to come, jury specifically, to come inside the judge's chambers so you can see where all of this happens, where justice happens. You're welcome to come in and check it out and have a little chat with me. And she was like, and then after that, if the jurors would like to go meet the plaintiffs, I suggest doing it out in the hallway right outside the courtroom doors. And so we were like, okay. And I wanted to go see the judge's chambers so badly, but we needed to cry and hug and just kind of let it sink in. So we were like, okay, we'll just wait 10-15 minutes till they're done. We'll meet the plaintiffs. And then my plan was to go then meet the judge, either privately or just go back there and thank her for her professionalism and her preparation that she showed up to every day, that she wasn't dumb. Nobody could confuse her. Nobody, she was 2 steps ahead of everyone, and that saved our lives. So here's a photo that someone took when I got to meet the first of the jurors when they came out of the judge's chambers. And as you can see, any Botox I may have had in my forehead just was shoved out by the emotion. It was and this juror, the funny thing about this juror too was when we were trying to figure out, we're okay, we just need 9 of the 12 to be on our side. Which 3 have been bought? And we were trying to read their faces and it doesn't work. But I remember we were worried because I don't know, he's this juror, he's a big guy and he used to be a security guard, he had been saying, and during the jury selection. And I don't know, they were so good at not emoting and doing what the judge asked. So we were reading too into it and being oh, well, he must not care. And he probably doesn't care. Oh God, he probably got bought. when they came out of the judge's chambers, the big tough security guard was the one that was crying the hardest. And like, so I was like, can I hug you? And he's like, yeah. We just bear hugged and cried. And I got to meet all the jurors. I got to give all of them hugs, and I got to say thank you to every single one of them. There's another one right before I hugged him, and I think I'm saying, can I please hug you? And he's like, yeah, and he's sobbing. And in the 45 minutes that we were just standing all out there talking and crying, all of us and everything, we each got to like say what was in our hearts to the jurors. And one of the jurors brought me a gift. She like handmade masks, and it was really sweet. And it was a picture. I should have grabbed it and found it, but it was a mask, and it was like really cute, of like a little princess on a castle. And she gave it to me like all wrapped up and everything. And she was just like, said something along the lines of like you're a princess and you're going to be protected and it's okay. Another incredible juror, she was like, oh my God, this one made me cry. She was like, when I go home tonight, I am going to like bring my kids down, and like we're going to have a little family meeting, and I'm going to tell them how important it is to do the right thing. She was like saying this through tears and stuff. She was like, but I need, like this trial showed me how important it is to do the right thing, to help people if you can help people. And she had been waiting for the moment when she could speak openly about the trial to her family. And I just thought that was, it's like, pay it forward. Yeah. Like nobody's perfect, but maybe not try to ruin lives of innocent people. And I guess when you try to do the right thing, like you can, it's a ripple effect. And it's one of my favorite parts. This 45 minutes in the hallway is one of my favorite 45 minutes in the last 10 years of my life, and my entire life. So that was the beautiful fairy tale ending of our trial. And I was like flying high for the next 2 months, because I was like, okay, we're gonna start, it's gonna take years to get all the assets and stuff, but at least we know with all the Blaze pizzas, the illegal trust fund, with all the homes of the Drizzes that were put into it, we can freeze and seize those, sell them off, and we'll be able to have, tens of millions by the end of the year. Like, it'll be a nice Christmas. And it was 2 months later when I found out about, the judge being removed from our case and somebody lying to my attorneys about it. And that's when I realized, oh my God, the corruption's still happening. The verdict, the jury, the judge, none of it mattered. Somebody still pulled strings, somebody very powerful, whose name I'm not going to say, I guess, but they still pulled strings, and they made it all not matter, and the rug was pulled out from underneath me again. And that was kind of the end of 2021. It was kind of the beginning of the end of like my mental health. Like I went flying high and was like, I did it, all the work was worth it. And now I can go heal. Now I can go and like do this set of plans I had to heal myself, to begin the healing process, like, and throw money at it, and like go see all the doctors, do all the things, and get a safe place to live where nobody can ever put drones in my yard and all that stuff. And the end of 2021 was when it hit me, like, they took this away from us too, and they're getting away with it. And that's why I spent $8,000 and I bought the civil trial transcript. I didn't think I'd have to buy another transcript ever again after this verdict, but I had to. And that's when I discovered the altered pages. And as I'm saying this, I'm realizing there's actually going to be several more parts of my series, like maybe like 4 or 5 or something, because I need to cover what happened with the court reporter. At this point I realized, wait a second, you know what? Maybe I do need to get my hands on Jack Nicholson's son's, Ray Nicholson's deposition that was taken in May. So I had to go get that as well, and I'm going to go over that. And then I'm going to go over the probation violation hearing that I got put onto the calendar because of Judge Susan Bryant-Deason for Sean Drizz being on probation and violating it on camera. I got to go over that. So we got a few things I still need to cover. Thanks, guys. And also follow me on IG if TikTok goes away. I am ANNE __ GREENE, also Dublin Soul, as in Irish Korean. Go check me out on IG. Thanks, guys.